moving from left to right to start off the ball game. Pampa will be defending that right side goal on your listening device and scoring on the left. And we are about to get underway at center circle. The tip will go into the backcourt to Pampa. They'll start off the possession and the ball game with the basketball. That's Terrell up top, handing the ball off to Clarita. Drop pass down low to the low post, stolen away by North. North's outlet to Mosley, almost contested and stolen away, but Mosley wrangles it and brings it into the front court against a man-to-man defense. Clarita up top, giving Mosley all she can handle. Crossover dribble now to the left side. Vela on that elbow, brings it to the free throw line, over to Anderson. Sees an opening and travels with the basketball, trying to make a move to the basket. Just underway, 29 seconds in a scoreless ball game, and Coach McKethan and his gals will apply full court pressure to the Pampa Levy Harvesters. Mosley in the backcourt contests Roden and then drops back as Roden is over the center circle and now into the front court. Clarito over on the left side wing, drops it up to the top of the key underneath the dribble. It hands off to Terrell. Terrell with an underhand pass back to Clarita, and the defense is stiff. Through the paint, kick out. Roden, three on the way, is good. Bethany Roden drops in the three ball from the left side wing and applies pressure on the full court press. Passes over the head of North, and the Rangerettes throw it away in the backcourt under Pampa's full court pressure. 3-0 in the early going. 57 seconds gone by in this first 8-minute quarter. We play 4 of those in high school basketball. Bounce pass from the 28-foot line from Clarita to Roden. Roden takes it to the left side wing, open for a three-pointer. Shot taken by Burleson, it's no good. Rebounded underneath by Anderson, outlet to Mosley, and the Rangerettes looking to go 5-on-5 in the front court. Mosley into the right side wing, looks to Anderson, spots up, three on the way. Graces the front of the rim, no good. Mosley tries to steal the ball away from Davis on the rebound, and it will be a foul on Grayson Mosley, the junior, on the loose ball, trying to fly in and take it away from Madison Davis, who had the ball for a moment with the defensive board. 6:41 left to go here in the first quarter. Mosley in the backcourt applies pressure. Clarita will dribble out of it over the logo with the 28-foot line still in the backcourt. Now under the left hand, brings it over the timeline and goes left side layup, attacking the rim. Layup is too short. She got trapped underneath, and the rebound is rebounded by Clarita, but she steps on the baseline, and that'll be over and back. And a turnover for the Harvesters as they misfire on that possession with 1:33 gone by here in the first. 3-0, Lady Harvesters in front. North with a bounce pass entry into Mosley. She'll draw the double team and dribble out of it down the sideline, trying to pass through traffic. The ball is stolen away again. Here's Terrell on the right side wing, defended there by North, loses it for a moment, and it touches the sideline. That'll be a turnover as the Rangerettes apply pressure and get a little tit for tat there to steal the ball back. Having difficulty getting it over the timeline. Mosley and North in the backcourt await a bunch of Harvesters there at the 28-foot line. Now they'll back it up, back in the man-to-man. Mosley looks right. Anderson comes that way and screens off her player for Grayson Mosley. Anderson is left alone. She wants to attack the rim through the paint, and traveling will be called again as Anderson got her feet kind of tangled up there trying to go through the double team. A couple of turnovers in the front court, a couple of turnovers in the back court, and the Rangerettes off to a little bit of a slow start here with 2:03 gone by. 3-0, Harvesters in front in the early going. Big district ball game here tonight from Ranger Gym. Good crowd on hand. Up top is Roden. Roden underneath the dribble, hands it off to Clarita, drives to the right side. Now on the right side lane, high post is Burleson, takes it through the lane, and a little running layup with no good results there on the layup. The rebound is attacked by several players on both teams, and a tie ball will take place, and that'll be an alternating arrow going Perryton's way. 5:37 left to go first quarter. The pass intended for Farney is intercepted. Here's Roden inside the paint. Jumper on the way from 8 feet, no good. Offensive rebound. Burleson with a putback try, no good. There's Terrell with a rebound. She goes up. 3 offensive tries for Pampa and 3 offensive rebounds, and it'll be Pampa's ball as Perryton slaps it out of bounds on that trio of offensive putback tries from underneath the right side of the goal. Kate Ramirez comes into the ball game for the Rangerettes. Clarita will inbound into Burleson. The ball was over her head. She saves the possession. Here's Roden, right side wing. Now Burleson from the top of the key. 3 on the way, no good. Ramirez fights for the rebound. North is able to get the handle on it, and she dribbles out. A lob pass to Mosley. Mosley trying to get through the traffic and now into the front court for one of the few times. Wants to attack the rim. Ramirez is there. Give the assist to Grayson Mosley. And the basket to Kate Ramirez, who puts in the deuce. And the Rangerettes are on the board. They trail by 1, 3-2, 4:55 left. Here's Roden for 3 from the left side wing is good. Bethany Roden from downtown, 2 threes on the board for Roden. She has all 6 points for the Harvesters. Vela outlets, Ramirez spots up for Anderson from behind the arc. Anderson can't take the 3, and she's fouled on the play by Clarita. Chandra Anderson had an open look for a moment. Nice breaking of the press there by the Rangerettes as they threw a wrinkle in there and allowed Kinley Vela to come into the middle of the court for the pivot to break that pressure and get it into the front court. An opportunity for a moment, but the Rangerettes will have the offensive look here, down by 4 with 4:36 left to go in the first. 6-2 our score, approaching the midway point. Mosley gives the hand signal against the man-to-man defense. Anderson comes up top of the key to understand the dribble. Has the ball deflected and loses the handle. Breakaway. Burleson, 2-on-1 break. Layup, left side is good. Madison Davis comes in and trails and gets the deuce, and it's 8-2. Rangerettes trail. Ramirez will get the inbound, but Coach Will McKethan gets the timeout before the throw-in. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:12 left to go in the second. 8-2. Pampa in front of Perryton. Perryton into the front court with Alexis Hernandez coming into the front court. And Clarita gets all up in her space and forces Hernandez to not be able to dribble out of that pass as she was looking behind her. And that's 2 fouls on Clarita, 2 team fouls on Pampa, and that could be a big blow to the Lady Harvesters. She does stay into the ballgame playing with 2. Vela comes over now to the left side wing as Hernandez and Ramirez is in. 3 from North is on the way from the left side baseline, no good. Backside rebound pulled down by Clarita, dribbling through traffic. She wants to go to the rim, and a reach-in foul will be called on Grayson Mosley as Clarita attacks the rim, and that's 2 fouls for each of the 2 guards in the ballgame. 2 fouls on Mosley, 2 fouls on Clarita, and this will be a shooting opportunity for Ayana Clarita. 2-shot chance here to get it into double digits as Pampa leads 8-2. 12 seconds under midway left to go here in the first. Clank on the first one, and Clarita will have one more in the chamber. North, Ramirez, Hernandez, Vela, and Mosley on the floor for Big Red. Second one goes in for the point guard for the Lady Harvesters, making it a 9-2 lead. Vela comes back in the backcourt to offer some dribbling expertise, and now Mosley gets it through traffic, wants to attack the rim. Right side layup is too hard. Ramirez fights for the rebound, tips it out to North, and Perryton keeps the possession alive. Vela left alone. Right side corner, 3 on the way is gone. Kinley Vela from downtown. Give North the assist as she finds Vela spotting up on the right side elbow to knock it down with the left hand. Here's Roden up top in a 9-5 ball game with 3:15 left to go in the first. Clarita underneath the right hand dribble, takes it to the baseline and hands it off there to Terrell. Terrell wants to shoot but can't. Clarita looks at the 3. She spots up there with Mosley. Mosley with lockdown defense like hot fudge on a Sunday on the right side wing. Clarita with a drive to the baseline. Its door is shut by Ramirez as she slides down for protection. Here's Roden with a crossover dribble, finding Burleson. Burleson up to the free throw line, handed off to Clarita. Clarita wants to attack the rim. Left side layup is good. Little hook shot by Clarita. She's got 3. And Pampa gets into double digits, and they lead by a half dozen, 11-5. Here's Perryton in the backcourt. Sharp pass across the timeline to Hernandez. Pulls up the dribble and is in trouble. Vela comes in to help out inside the circle. Now Mosley through traffic, operates the offense. A little kick out to Hernandez on the right side wing. Bobbles the dribble, has to come up with another option. Mosley with a spin move or on the right side wing, but Roden closes the door on defense against the man-to-man on the junior. Hernandez now top of the key, wants to drive. Outlets to North, spots up, shoots a 3. It's on the way. Too hard off the backboard, and the backside rebound is pulled down by the Lady Harvesters at the 2-minute mark. Will go on the other way, and 5-on-5, and the ball is stolen away by Hannah North. Took it right out of the hands of Clarita, and now the Rangerettes come into the front court to try to trim this 6-point margin. Down 11-5 with $1:46 left to go here in the first. Mosley slowing things down a little bit here as the intensity has been pretty severe in the early going. Clarita is on man-to-man defense there on Mosley, finds North over on the other side of the offense over on that left side. Now Hernandez drives through the lane, pops it out to Mosley. 3 on the way from the junior, Grayson Mosley. Off the back of the rim on the miss, and the rebound is pulled down by Terrell. Will go the other way at the minute 19 mark. Terrell into space, wants to spot up from 10, shoots it over to Roden, and Roden knocks down her third three of the first quarter. She's got 9 points, and the lead is 9, 14-5 behind Bethany Roden's outside sniper shooting. Into the front court awkwardly. The Rangerettes are able to get the ball in. Mosley now directing traffic to Hernandez to try to screen off Roden. They go left side to Ramirez. Drive, left side, layup, no good. It's Alexis Hernandez there with a one-time putback try. It's no good. Burleson gets the rebound, and Pampa wants to roll. Roden from 10 is good, and a foul. Roden has 11. She'll have a chance to get an even dozen here in the first quarter on the and one after the foul is called on Perryton. 16-5 the score, could be 17-5 with 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Roden's free throw is off the mark. Rebounded by the Rangerettes, will go the other way, down by 11. Mosley into the front court as the first quarter has not been memorable here for Perryton tonight. Pampa has made a show of it with 11 from Bethany Roden. Here's Vela on the left side wing over the top of the defense with a skip pass to Hernandez. Roden has her defensively. Pulls up the dribble, goes to Vela. Vela around traffic now to the left side. Push pass to Ramirez. Trapped behind the baseline over the top to Alexis Hernandez. Head fake. Layup. It's good. Alexis Hernandez is able to dribble drive into space and create a spot that she could shoot an easy layup. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the first quarter. 16-7 after one. Pampa in front. Come back for the second quarter in 1 minute, won't you? Right here on 98.3 KXDJ. Second quarter coming upon us. It's a three-man umpire crew here today. The referees from the Amarillo chapter, Greg C., Bob Backens, and Will Jones, the Stripers today for this ball game, working hard for the doubleheader. Second quarter gets underway with Burleson underneath the basketball for Pampa as they get the opening possession. Burleson down low trying to go up with it, and they'll call traveling against the post player Burleson down low there at the low block on the left side. Anderson, Mosley, North, Alexis Hernandez, and Kate Ramirez to start off the second for Big Red. Starting five for Pampa includes Clarita, Burleson, Terrell, and we'll get back as Davis trailing Hannah North over to Kate Ramirez for three. Air ball, but the backside rebound is Alexis Hernandez. She pulls down the dribble, tries a little underneath pass to Mosley, and Mosley has it skip off of her shin and go out of bounds. Missed opportunity there, and the turnover for the Rangerettes. Clarita, Terrell in the backcourt, Davis, Roden, and Burleson on the floor for the Lady Harvesters as we complete their starting five. Coach Will McKethan looking sporty in the sweater vest, sleeveless sweater vest with a white shirt. Three other way from Pampa is no good. Underneath, an offensive rebound by Burleson saves the possession, and they'll get another look. Here's Burleson on the right side baseline. 50 seconds gone by here in the second. 16-7 is our score. Clarita, outlet, Burleson, free throw line. Overthrows Terrell, and that'll be a turnover for the Lady Harvesters. We want to thank those Booster Club sponsors once again for helping us out throughout the season. Austin Terhune, your channel seedsman here in Perryton, Security Insurance, First National Bank Equity Exchange, and Robertson Wireline. Thank you for your support in the KXDJ Booster Club. Here's Mosley with a long half-court pass to Kate Ramirez. Layup and a foul as Ramirez goes hard down to the floor after Colin Burleson takes Ramirez to the hardwood on this parquet floor. And this will be Kate Ramirez to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Ramirez with 2 points in the ball game. 3 for Vela, 2 apiece for Hernandez and Ramirez. And this is the first free throw opportunity for Perryton. Pampa's 1 for 3 through 1, and Ramirez is good on the first one. That'll trim the lead to 8. 16-8 is the score. One more loaded in the chamber for Ramirez. Good crowd on hand. We expect it to grow as the Raging Red Round Ballers will be here later tonight. Missing the free throw is Ramirez. The sideways rebound all the way to the sideline right of the basket is chased down by both teams, and they say that Perryton touched it last going out of bounds. Terrell will inbound it to Roden. Roden, a good ball handler, weaves her way through traffic, finds Clarita right side. Spots up inside the lane, short. Needs a little milk on that shot as she didn't get it over the rim. The offensive putback will be an offensive foul underneath against Pampa, and that'll be 3 on Ayana Clarita, and that's a blow to the Lady Harvester staff, as the point guard and signal caller for the Lady Harvesters is saddled with 3 apiece. She stays on the hardwood. Mosley through traffic finds Ramirez. Little drop pass intended for Hernandez. Saved from going out of bounds by North. Good play there by Hannah North. Anderson tries to drive through traffic, and the ball is stripped away. Clarita on the drive, and she'll be hacked in the backcourt. Just coming into the front court by Alexis Hernandez to prevent a possible layup. Hernandez first personal foul, team's 4th. And I missed a foul a moment ago. It appears Clarita will ride the pine as she's saddled with 3 with 6:22 left to go here in the second quarter. Clarita takes a spot on the end of the bench, and that's where she should be expected to stay throughout the rest of the second. And come back in the fourth quarter with a couple of fouls on her give list. Here's Burleson. Roden for another 3. Just off the front of the rim, no good. Roden is knocking them close here tonight. Rebound is going to be a loose ball foul called against Pampa, and that's going to be on Kellen Burleson. Burleson now with 2 personal fouls, 5 team fouls on the Lady Harvesters. They're up by 8. 16-8 Pampa, 6:04 left to go here in the first half. Mosley into the front court, guarded by Roden. Crossover dribble, gets inside the paint. Anderson wants to drive, kicks it out to Hernandez. Now on the right side wing, over to the left side and North. Underneath the dribble, over to Anderson. 3 on the way. It's good! Jontra Anderson from way downtown. Anderson knocks down her first points of the ball game, and the lead is a handful. 16-11, Rangerettes in double digits. The ball was stolen away. Here's a breakaway opportunity for North. Can't grab the handle, and the ball was stolen back from Terrell. Oh my. A timeout will be called by Pampa's bench at the time. I believe that Pampa had possession. Good play there a moment ago by Hannah North. Unfortunately, the quick hands for Terrell shook things up for North, and she was able to steal it back. And then the bench was able to get in a timeout before the possession was lost even further, as bodies were on the floor marking the hardwood. And Pampa does have the basketball with 5:18 left to go here in the first half, up by 5. Hard chili pepper pass through the middle of the lane. Too much to handle for Riley Stewart, and it goes through the back line. That'll be a turnover on the Lady Harvesters. Perryton basketball with Vela underneath the left-hand dribble. Her and Jontra Anderson bring it into the front court. Anderson now over to Alexis Hernandez over on the right side wing, attacked defensively, and Hernandez has to outlet to Mosley. Mosley looks down low, nothing there, trying to penetrate against Davis on the switch off. She's got the matchup she wants as far as quickness goes. Here's Hernandez, push pass, Mosley underneath, block shot, no foul called. And the rebound is fought for, and a jump ball situation will alternate the arrow Perryton's way, with Cassidy Farning in the ball game, along with Grayson Mosley, Alexis Hernandez, Kinley Vela, and Jontra Anderson, with Anderson the inbounder from the left side of the goal as we look in from half court. Slap the ball, let's go. Anderson clock ticking, and that'll be a timeout by Coach Will McKethan right before the 5-second call on Anderson, as she was having trouble finding anybody to get it into. We'll take it with them. Jontra Anderson, just a moment ago, almost had it count down on her. Coach Will McKethan saved the possession. Here's the out-of-bounds play. Into Mosley with 4:44 left to go in the second. 16-11, Pampa in front. Mosley, Farney now on the right side wing, extended just above the key. Head fake, dribble drive, right side, layup, and she's fouled. Going up against a taller Stewart, Riley Stewart for Pampa. And Farney attacking the rim will be hacked in the act, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Cassidy Farney with a chance to get in the scorebook. First one is good. One more loaded in the chamber for Cassidy Farney. Rangerettes 2 of 3 here in the first half. No foul shots in the first, and the lead is 4. Hard off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound kicked around by Hernandez and saved. Offensive rebound and then stolen away by Burleson. and a reach-in foul either on Burleson or Hernandez, and it's going to be the latter. Hernandez had it for a moment, but then in frustration after having the ball taken away, fouled Burleson going the other way. Pampa in the backcourt with Terrell and Roden. Mosley will come back and offer token pressure, and they'll bust out of that with a couple of passes. Into the front court, 5-on-5. Vela covers up Terrell. They'll go to the post. Down low, Burleson dribble drive, right side is good. Give the assist to Davis as Burleson is able to get her first 2 in the books. And the lead is back up to a half dozen. 18-12, approaching the midway point of the quarter. Alexis Hernandez gets her man in the air. Jontra Anderson top of the key after some play down low. Anderson swings over to the baseline right side. Now Mosley underneath the left-hand dribble, drives through traffic, and a reach-in foul will be called against Pampa. She'll shoot 2, and now Pampa has exceeded the 7-foul minimum. Perryton will shoot the bonus from here on out. And that'll be a foul called on Kiara Terrell. Terrell's first. Grayson Mosley scoreless will go to the line to shoot a pair. Perryton 2 of 4 in this quarter and in the ball game, and Mosley tries to spin one in, and it's off the mark to the right side. Anna North back into the ball game for Hernandez. North and Vela and Anderson and Mosley going to have to look to get open for those outside jump shots. Rangers have clawed themselves back into the ball game. 0 for 2 on the trip by the junior Mosley, and Davis gets the rebound for the Harvesters. We'll go the other way. Terrell into the front court against the man-to-man. Burleson underneath the drive, swings it over to Burleson. She's the sniper that had 11 in the first quarter. Here's Stewart on the baseline right side. Terrell down low. Davis against Farney. Outlet to Burleson. Drive and has her pass intercepted by Mosley. Stop and go into the front court is Farney. 2-on-1. Farney layup off the back of the rim, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. 2 quick fouls on Kiara Terrell now here in the second quarter. That's 8 on the team. And Farney will go to the line to try to better her 50% shooting at 1 of 2 on that last trip with a pair of free throws here with 3:25 left to go here in the second quarter. First one is good. And the lead is back to 5. Rangerettes trailed 16-7 at the end of 1, trying to claw back from the 9-point deficit. 1 for 2 on the trip, keeps that 50% mark alive for her and the team. Make that just below that as the team is now 3 of 8. There's Roden in the front court for Pampa on the left side of your listening device with 3:10 left to go here in the second. Perryton 5 points behind, 18-13. Pampa with the lead in the ball. North almost steals it away from Roden. They go to Terrell's little spot-up set shot from 10 feet, no good. Backside rebound is Burleson for Pampa. It's no good. Davis crawls in, and she'll get a reach-in foul called against Pampa offensively. That's going to be Madison Davis with her first foul, and that's an offensive foul that will put 9 team fouls on the board. Perryton will shoot the double bonus from here on out on the next Pampa foul, and they will say that that was a non-possession foul. That's a good call. I was going, what? Just because it's an offensive foul doesn't mean you don't get to shoot, right? Well, okay, whatever. But Farney will now come to the other end and shoot a 1-and-1, which is good for Farney because she sunk the first of each of her last trips, so this one should be like a no-brainer. Good. She'll get the bonus, and the lead is 4. 2:54 left to go here in the first half. Farney spins it, steps up to the line with a couple of dribbles. Second one is no good. Rattles in and out on the miscue. 3 of 6 for Farney with 3 points in the first half. 18-14 the score. Here's Terrell on the right side wing for Pampa underneath the dribble. Pulls up the dribble and draws the double team. Davis outlets to Roden. Roden has to chase it into the backcourt. Mosley is there defensively to try to stop and go with her. Terrell now gets the switch. Her and Mosley battle together. Entry pass into Davis. Davis over the top of Farney, and she scores. Madison Davis. Here's Mosley now with the lead back to 6. 20-14 to the baseline. Vela tries a little ball fake, a little dribble drive. Farney inside the paint area, throws up a little skillet shot from the right side. It's no good. Burleson and Terrell with the rebound for Pampa will go the other way. Terrell into the front court. Roden with 11 points, swings it over to the guard, and the ball is stolen away underneath as Davis takes the ball away, has the ball taken away from her by Anderson. Here's Vela open for three for the lefty. Catches some of the backboard on the backside of the rim, and the ball is tipped and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pampa. Osterkamp is in the ball game for the Lady Harvesters. 24, Celeste Osterkamp. Here's Kate Ramirez into the action for Farney. She'll take a spot in the set piece coming up here. They'll play the block play, and Hannah North will inbound from the right side of the goal as we look in from half court. Slap the ball, let's go. Mosley gets the last option pass out at the 28-foot line on the right side wing. She wants to dribble drive to the left side, has the ball knocked away from Burleson. Anderson with a little crossover dribble finds Kate Ramirez, and Ramirez is fouled on the play by Burleson, and that'll be 3 on Burleson. 2 of the starters for Pampa now saddled with 3 fouls apiece with $1:28 left to go here in the half. Here's Kate Ramirez with her second trip to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2 with 3 points tonight, 1 of 2 from the stripe with a field goal in the first quarter. First one is good. Good rotation there by Ramirez. Pampa and Perryton very similar in style and in height and in talent and in rankings, both in the season and in the district. This is a battle for the second place spot in the district. Ramirez 1 for 2 on the trip. The lead stays at 5. Perryton missing out on those back half of bonus and 2-shot opportunities, and those free throws would come in handy at the end of the ball game for sure. Here's Davis with an outlet to Osterkamp. High archer from the left side baseline, no good. After Anderson hits the floor, Vela draws down the board, and outlets to Mosley in now at the timeline and into the front court. Wipes a little sweat off the brow with the left hand and goes it over to Anderson. Looks at the 3, but covered up by the taller Stewart. Here's Ramirez trying to get the give and go to Vela. Over to Anderson looking at a 3. She'll drop pass as she draws the double team. Kate Ramirez throws it up and almost in. She'll shoot a pair and almost knock down the 2 for the 3-point play. This will be a foul called against Madison Davis. Davis with her, no, that's Osterkamp, I'm sorry. They're put on the board, 24 Osterkamp. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Kate Ramirez drops in the front half of a 2-shot opportunity. And as history would have it, this would be the one that wouldn't go, but Ramirez breaks the schneid on the back half free throw shot and draws the lead to only 3. 47 seconds left. Osterkamp with a little finger roll layup, hangs on the rim and goes in. Celeste Osterkamp with the deuce. 39 on the clock, and the lead is a handful, 22-17. Perryton could trim it to a 3 or a 2-point lead with this possession. 30 to play into the front court. Mosley with a nice piece of dribbling, shakes off Roden for a moment, still has the dribble alive, and the clock is ticking under 5 seconds. Spins, gets inside the paint area, and then backs it back out. 18 on the clock. Mosley, Anderson, Ramirez, Vela, and North on the play for Big Red. Ramirez receives the high pass at the 10-second mark. Back to Mosley on the right side wing, playing for 1. Letting the air out of the basketball with 5 to play. Vela looking at a 3 from the lefty. Spins one in for 3 from downtown. And that's the end of the first half. Kinley Vela draws within 2 as she knocks down the 3 ball at the buzzer. And the Ragerettes will go to the locker room down by a deuce, 22-20. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter gets underway. Pampa will have the basketball with the black, green, and yellow jerseys. Pampa written across the front in white, yellow ink. Clarita with 3 fouls. Terrell, Burleson, Davis, and Roden on the floor for the Lady Harvesters on offense to start off. On the right side of your listening device, Jontra Anderson tries to draw the charging foul against Clarita to pick up her 4th, and the underneath official, Will Jones, is not going to buy the acting job by Jontra Anderson on this one. That could have been a huge call. It was probably worth it for the senior Anderson to try to take a shot at the heavy hitter. It'll be the first team foul of the second half. Anderson with a foul for the Rangerettes. Here's Burleson, spots up inside the paint, knots in the deuce. She's got 4 in the ball game, and the lead is a 4-point variety, and the Dogs are called off as Pampa drops back in to the man-to-man. Mosley, North, Farney, Vela, and Anderson on floor for Big Red. Here's Mosley around the screen set by Farney. Vela hands off to Anderson, top of the key. Over to the right side wing. Farney spots up for North. She looks at a three but can't take as the door closes. Mosley with a little weave play from outside the arc. Hands it off to Anderson. Thinks about the three but can't shoot over Burleson. 50 seconds gone by here in the opening of the second half. Glad to have you along. Glad you're here. And hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Here's Mosley inside the paint. Spin move. Layup is gone. Grayson Mosley takes it inside the paint. Throws a little Kareem Abdul hook shot in from the right side of the paint area and scores her first 2 points of the ball game. 24-22. Pampa in front with the ball on the right side of your listening device. Davis. Roden with a left hand. Goes to Clarita. Guarded there by North. Man-to-man. Roden still outside the arc, fakes the shot from the top of the key, won't take. Clarita now spots up just inside the parabola. Give and go for Clarita, trapped underneath the goal, missed the shot, but Davis is there for the putback. It's no good. North draws down the rebound, swings those elbows out, and secures the defensive rebound. Will go the other way, 5-on-5 into the front court as Anderson trails in. Mosley underneath the left-hand dribble, no look pass to Jonter Anderson. Can't shoot the three. North will be chased around. Here's Farney on the right side wing, still underneath the dribble. Vela just hit that last three at the buzzer. She's feeling some range. Rangerettes down by 2, could tie it up or go ahead for the first time in the ball game as they've trailed throughout. Anderson on the left side wing. Drive, left side, right side layup is no good, but a foul. Jonter Anderson should go to the line with Kiera Terrell picking up her third. So now 3 starters for Coach Chafin with 3 fouls apiece. And the senior, Jonter Anderson, will go the stripe for 2 big free throws to tie the ball game. First one is good. Anderson throws in the first of 2, and it's a 1-point contest. Second one on the way is good as well. Touches nothing, and I mean nothing, as it drops through the cylinder and the net. Perfectly placed for the senior Anderson. Here's Clarita on the right side wing, picked up by North, top of the key. Terrell looks for the pass over on the left side, but Clarita goes the other way and tries to sink the layup on the right side. The rebound caroms off. Davis make that. Burleson is the last one to touch it. It looked like Mosley got a hand on it and knocked it out, but Greg C. says, I saw. And it's Rangerettes basketball with 5:33 left to go here in the third. Mosley into the front court. Anderson looks to be wide open on the right side baseline, comes up and receives the ball. Has that door closed. She thought about taking the three, but just couldn't pull the trigger over Burleson, who closed in wisely there just at the right moment. Vela now takes it to the left side with a left-hand dribble, and she'll be fouled going towards the baseline. And that's 4 fouls on Ayana Clarita, and that's a blow to Coach Chafin. See if they leave her in or whether they'll go to the bench, and it'll be the latter. It'll be Tanaya Mojica coming in for Clarita, and that's a definite blow, as Clarita's not all that scoring-minded, but a terrific defender and a terrific ball handler, and she's feeling sad. She's going to need a llama to pet or a padded room or a crayon book or something. She's in emotional distress. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Perryton turns the ball over, and then Mosley almost steals it back in the front court. A front court violation for Perryton. 5:09 left to go in the third. It's a tie ball game at 24 each as Anderson knocks down those 2 free throws a moment ago. Davis has the ball mishandled, and it goes off of her feet, and Mosley picks it up and brings it into the front court. Chance for Perryton to go in front for the first time in the ball game. Mosley, Anderson, North, Farney, and Anderson on the floor for Big Red. Jonter Anderson finds Cassidy Farney still outside the arc, fakes the shot, hands it off to Vela. She wants to dribble drive over to North on the left side wing. North takes it inside the paint area, and the ball is tipped by Terrell and stolen away. Pampa's basketball into the front court, approaching the midway point. Here's Burleson, drive, left side, layup is good. Kellen Burleson has 6 in the ball game, and Pampa's back in front. 26-24 with 26 seconds left before the midway point of the third quarter. Here's Mosley into the front court. Crossover dribble goes to the left hand. Alice to Farney on the left side wing. Little drive through the paint. Running jumper is blocked by Davis. Will go the other way. 2-on-2 layup try. Here's A steal by Mosley as she comes from behind with a flying Walinda look and takes it away from Pampa as they try and transition to make a basket. Here's Mosley, crossover dribble, layup right side is underneath the rim. Just couldn't get it over the cylinder. Here's a 2-on-1 break. Roden, Terrell, block shot, North, Terrell with a putback that's good. Terrell with a good job there on the 2-on-1 break between her and Bethany Roden. North played great defense, blocked the first shot, but it went right back to Terrell, allowing her to think quickly and put it up and in the cylinder. And the lead is 4. Vela left alone on the left side baseline. Little dump pass back to Mosley in the corner left side. Looked like Vela had a chance to take it to the rack, but Pampa slid down defensively and closed the door. Here's Mosley with a spin move inside the paint. Left-hand layup is a block shot, but a foul will be called on Burleson, and that's going to be 4 on Burleson. Four fouls on Clarita and Burleson, 2 starters for Coach Kim Chafin. And this will be Grayson Mosley, 0 for 2 from the stripe with 2 points tonight to try to close it back within 2. Here's the junior, Grayson Mosley. It's good. Kay Ramirez will come in for Cassidy Farney. Burleson, saddled with 4 fouls, will come in to the bench area and ride the pine with Clarita on the end of the bench. Here's Mosley. Second free throw is good. Perryton much better here in the third quarter from the charity stripe, going 4 of 4, now 11 of 18 as they improve that percentage. 3:11 left to go. It's a 2-point ball game. Here's Mojica inside the paint, off-balance jumper on the way, hangs on the rim for a moment, and the ball tips around, and the junior Grayson Mosley for Perryton comes down with it. Into the front court, 5-on-5 basketball, down by 2. Rangerettes trying to peel into this 2-point lead and possibly lead for the first time in the ball game. 2:49 left. Vela gets a high pass in the corner right side, goes to that left-hand dribble and runs through the paint area to spot up on the left side corner. Mosley will take it inside the paint, outlet to North, 3 on the way from Hannah North, air ball. Backside rebound, Grayson Mosley pulls it down. Mosley takes it back out, and the offense will reset at the 2:30 mark. Mosley gets a screen from Ramirez, outlets over to Jontra Anderson, steps into space, 3 on the way, it's good. That's a 2-pointer. They say her foot was on the line all the way down the court on the other end. I couldn't see where her feet were planted, but Anderson sinks the deuce to tie the ball game. Timeout on the floor, 28 all with 2:16 left to go in the third. We've got a Donnybrook here and a real derby. 28 all with 2:16 left to go in the third. Pampa basketball, 2 of the players for Coach Chafin from her starting lineup saddled with 4 fouls apiece. Here's Roden, she don't care. Into the paint area, outlet over to Terrell on the left side wing. Buckshot low is our Buckshot. Sick is in the ball game. She takes a 3 shot and it's no good. Rangerettes are there with the rebound. We haven't seen much of Hallie Sick. She played much of that first matchup in Pampa, but has now come into the ball game for the first time, as well as the Mojica post player in for Clarita and Burleson in foul trouble. 28 all with a $1:43 left to go. Vela left alone. 3 on the way on the spinner from Vela. Short, catches the front of the rim. Will go the other way on the Pampa rebound. Sick into the front court. Dribble drive, little reach around, and Anderson will foul on the way to the rim. Hallie Sick will pick up Jontra Anderson's second foul, trying to attack the rim from the right side. Inbound play coming from the right side of the goal as we look in from half court. Terrell into Roden, guarded there by Mosley. Sick now inside the paint. Running jumper from the free throw line, no good. North skies in and gets the rebound and tears it away from Mojica. Mojica will pick up her first personal foul. Tanya Mojica, her first. North and Mosley in the backcourt trying to get the ball in as Roden provides pressure there. Almost forced a 5 count as North had trouble getting it in. Kind of backcourt token pressure, but North really was challenged there. She'll spin and outlet over to Vela, but a foul on a reach-in will be count on Kiara Terrell, and that's 4 on Terrell. Oh, my. Coach Chafin saddled with 3 players with 4 each. Vela gets the inbound pass, tries to put it up. It's partially blocked. Davis gets it, and Roden wants to run in transition. Terrell for 3 on the outlet is good. Kiara Terrell from downtown for Pampa. Under a minute to play, and Pampa's regained the lead up by 3. They led throughout the ball game. Perryton's tied it twice, most recently at 28 all. Now down by a trio, the Rangerettes into the front court with 45 to play before the fourth quarter. Hannah North, ball fake, gets Terrell on the move, running jumper from the left side baseline, no good. Mojica comes down with it, and an arm bar will be called on Kate Ramirez in the ball game for Big Red. That's her first, team's third. Pampa saddled with 5 team fouls, and as you may have heard a moment ago, 3 of the starters playing with 4 fouls. Most recently, Terrell, who's in the ball game, playing with 4. Burleson and Clarita on the bench with 4 apiece for Coach Kim Chafin. 26 to go. Davis at the low post left side. 3 seconds in the lane will be called on Mojica, and that'll be a turnover. We'll go the other way.
Back in for the Rangerettes, number 4.
Alexis Hernandez will come in for Ramirez, and with 24 to go, it'll be North, Vela, Mosley, Anderson, and Alexis Hernandez. 3 shooters on the floor for Coach Will McKethan with 20 to go. Look for Vela, North, or Anderson to spot up behind the arc. A chance for maybe Grayson Mosley to penetrate on the dribble. We'll know in 10 seconds as the clock winds down here. Mosley crosses over. Outlets over to Anderson. 3, 2, 1. Layup and a foul at the 1 second mark. That should send Jontra Anderson to the line to shoot a pair as the foul is called on Hallie Sick. Buckshot Sick with her first foul. Jontra Anderson will go to the line to shoot a pair. Anderson picked up 4 in the third quarter. She spots up at the charity stripe with 7 points with a double barrel loaded here. Anderson, the senior, shoots it up. Rattle, rattle, rattle. No good. To try to close it within 2 with 1 second left in the third. Anderson's second coming up. Anderson concentrating, spins that ball, takes the right-hand shot with a good motion, and it goes in. 1 second to go to the fourth quarter, and that's the end of the third. We'll go to the fourth quarter again with a 2-point Pampa lead, 31-29. We're back in a minute. Quarter! Great to have you along, everybody, and great to have Sean filming tonight for PTCI. You can see those playbacks on PTCI cable exclusively Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. Good to have them in the house picking up our audio tonight. Perryton starts off the game in the fourth quarter with the ball. Here's Vela with an outlet from 40. It's good! From downtown, Kinley Vela gets the lead for the Rangerettes, 32-31 for the first time in the ball game. Clarita for Pampa jacks up a 3. It's no good. Davis is there for the putback, and the and one coming up for Davis as she drops in the deuce, and the foul will be called. Perryton opens up with a long-range jumper from Vela. That's 2 threes, make that 3 threes from Kinley Vela. She's got 9 in the ball game. Davis drops in the deuce, and the and one coming here. She's got 6, and 1 is 7. And Pampa regains the lead, 34-32. Perryton had it for a moment, but that 3-point play erased that brief lead. Here's North. Vela, corner left side, guarded by Clarita. A little drive and a little jumper over the rim is good by Vela as she took it right to Clarita. And Vela is into double digits with 11, and we're tied up at 34 all, and a real winner here tonight. 7:15 left to go here from Ranger Gym. Bill Bob Thrash and Kiki Thrash on the broadcast with you. I'm at the gym. Kiki's back at the KXDJ compound, our studio engineer tonight. Here's Clarita, dribble drive, right side, layup, hangs on the rim, no good. North draws down the board. Pampa wants to attack in the backcourt with pressure. Now the Dogs are called off as Mosley will take it into the front court. 6 seconds under 7 minutes here in the ball game. Here's North left alone, left side corner, tied up at 34 all. Rangerettes trying to grab the lead. Mosley underneath the right-hand dribble, guarded by Roden. Vela draws Clarita, and now forces her to play chase. Look for that matchup to get exposed and maybe get Clarita with her 5th foul. Vela with the basketball, left side. She puts it on the floor. A little spin move underneath the left-hand dribble. Can't take it to the rim because Clarita's defense is good by moving her feet. Here's Mosley with a crossover inside the paint. Outlets to Alexis Hernandez. Hernandez pulls up the dribble, goes to Farney. Top of the key, looks at a three against Davis, won't take. Vela, North, left side against Terrell. She's playing with 4 fouls. Outlet over to Mosley, outside the arc from NBA range. Penetrates inside the semicircle. The ball is kicked inside the paint, intended for Farney at the 6:03 mark in a tie ball game. Pampa will set up on defense. Perryton will show the box play from the left side of the goal. As we look in from half court, Hannah North slaps the ball. That means let's go. Hernandez, give and go. Farney hangs one in the rim and gets it to go in. A 3-point play coming up for Cassidy Farney as she's fouled by Madison Davis. Farney's first 2-point field goal, or any field goal in the ball game. She, before that play, had made all 3 of her points from the free throw line, going 3 of 6. And they say the shot was good, and Farney draws in the 3-point play as she knocks down the front half. That was a no-brainer. Of the 3 trips that she had taken previously, she all penciled in the bullet mark on the first free throw and missed the second, so she's like, hey, I got this. Here's a whistle away from the basketball down low. That's going to be an offensive foul called against Pampa, or a 3-point lane violation is what it is. No foul called, but a lane violation called against Pampa, and that's a devastating blow to Coach Chafin as Perryton leads by 3 for the first time in the ball game with a 3-point play a moment ago from Cassidy Farney. 37-34, Rangerettes in front to go to 4-1 in district. 5:30 left to go in the ball game. Here's Farney driving the baseline. Outlet, North for 3! Off the back of the rim, no good. Davis trims in and gets the rebound she wants to run. Left-hand dribble, drive, left side, and a foul. Davis will go to the line after Cassidy Farney commits her second. Really set up nicely a moment ago for Hannah North. Looks like she had the spot-up jumper eyeballed, and the 3 was definitely on track to go in. Just caught the side of the rim. Davis, clank, off the side of the rim. No good with the first. She's now 1 of 2 and will be hung on 7 points. One more loaded in the chamber for Madison Davis, playing with 2 fouls. Davis cocks and fires with the left hand, and it's good. She's got 8. And the lead is 2. Perryton up 37-35. 5:16 left to go in the ball game. Mosley hustles into the front court underneath the right-hand dribble. Waits for a screen. Dribble drive, left side. Oh, my. Missed an easy left-hand layup. Hung it on the rim. Roden gets the rebound. Will go the other way. And in transition, Burleson jacks up a 3. It's an air ball. No good. Clarita underneath picks up the trash and puts it in. Clarita with 5 in the ball game, and we're tied up at 37. No backside help there on the rebound, and Clarita's like, hey, Mom, look what I found. And the easy putback. Here's Hernandez on the right side wing underneath the left-hand dribble. Over to Vela. Vela guarded there by Clarita. Here's her chance to possibly take her to the rack. Little jumper. No good. Off the back of the rim, no good. Coach McKethan wants a foul on the arm, but it's not going to get it. Clarita into the front court. Little dribble drive. Knocks it in with a layup. And Pampa's back in front. Jontra Anderson had a chance to draw a charging foul there, but no call with contact inside the paint. Clarita with back-to-back baskets off the bench here. She should be fresh here for the final 4:15. Here's Mosley inside the paint. Outlets over to Mosley, over to Anderson rather. Now Hernandez at the 4:09 mark. Perryton down by a deuce. Hernandez picked up the dribble. Finds Mosley at the baseline left side, trying to go in through traffic. Outlets over to Vela against Clarita. Outlets to Mosley. Looked like Clarita laid her hands on Vela once again. I believe she can probably pick up that 5th foul if she'll just stay patient. Mosley with a layup from the left side is good. We're tied up. 39 all. Grayson Mosley with 6 in the ball game. Here's Clarita, and she'll be fouled on the play as Vela and her getting into a matchup. And Clarita's got some determination. In that 4th foul scenario in that 3rd quarter, I swear Clarita was devastated. She was crying over on the bench. I know with daughters that happens sometimes, but she was just in duress because she picked up her 4th foul, and all that time on the bench to mull over that, I guess, gave her some determination as she came out with a fire in her belly here in the 4th quarter. 39 all. Clarita will inbound from the right side of the goal as we look in from half court. Slap the ball. Let's go. North gets a hand on it and tips it out of bounds against Terrell. Good job there by Hannah North. North, Vela, Farney, Anderson, Mosley for Big Red. Clarita, Davis, Roden, Terrell, and Burleson for the Lady Harvesters. Here's Burleson. Drive and a spin move inside the paint. Dump pass to Davis. Right side layup is good. Give the assist to Burleson. Good little two-man game there for the gals from Pampa. And they've got the 2-point lead, 41-39 with 3:25 left to go here. Perryton trying to get their 14th win. And Pampa trying to keep from their 15th loss. It'd be 3-2 in district play if Pampa were to win. Nice play there by Hannah North as she takes it to the baseline and finds Farney inside the paint. Cassidy Farney with the assist by Hannah North draws down the 2, and Clarita wants to take the game over. She takes in a drive, and then Vela's rebound is off the mark, throws it away. Terrell gets it. Here's Vela with a rebound inside the paint, battling for the ball, and a jump ball will be called, and Coach McKethett is livid. Get me some Skippy, he says. I'm so mad I could gargle peanut butter. Where's the foul? Vela got the rebound and was pulled down to the ground. And then the tie ball situation. 41 all with 2:50 to go. Timeout. 2:50 left to go here in the ball game. Tied up at 41 all. We've got a good one from Ranger Gym. Boys to follow. Here's Pampa with the basketball, trying to get that lead. Perryton's only led for a brief moment in the entire ball game. Out of bounds play is perfectly drawn up in that sideline huddle as Clarita finds Davis, who takes it in from the left side and scores to give Pampa the 2-point lead, 43-41. Mosley loses her dribble, finds Vela top of the key, has Clarita flying in, takes it inside of space. The lefty hangs one on the rim and ties it up at 43 all. Kinley Vela inside the paint. 7 in the quarter and 13 in the ball game for Vela. Here's Roden, has been held scoreless since the first quarter when she scored 11. Outlets to Burleson, the ball is tipped and stolen away. Vela to Mosley. And we're 5-on-5 in the front court with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this one. In a tie ball game, 43 all for the second place in District 1 4A. Perryton with a 3-1 mark. Pampa at 2-2, riding a 2-game winning streak. Perryton with North on the right side wing, guarded by Terrell. Here's Vela guarded by Clarita, both of those defenders playing with 4 fouls. Here's Mosley on the right side, gets a screen from Ramirez, takes it to the free throw line, and we'll have a charging foul called, or an offensive foul coming underneath on Kate Ramirez with the moving screen. They'll call Ramirez for the foul, and that's a missed opportunity for the Rangerettes. With 1:44 left to go in a tie ball game, turnover with the offensive foul. Clarita gets the long inbound pass with token pressure from the Rangerettes in the backcourt. 1:39 to go. Vela backing up as Clarita takes it to the rim, hangs one on the rim. Davis is there for the offensive putback, having a huge game as Madison Davis. 10 in the quarter and 14 in the ball game for Davis. Pampa up by 2. Mosley tries to outlet to Vela for 3. The ball is blocked. In transition, Burleson, layup, Pampa, good. And the lead is 4 with 1:13 to go. 47-43, 70 seconds left. Pampa in front by 4. Mosley on the right side wing gets the screen from Hernandez, finds North, open for 3. It's on the backside. Ramirez is there with a putback, and a foul will be called on Davis. That'll be 3 on her. Kate Ramirez will go to the line to shoot a pair. Ramirez 3 of 6 from the stripe with 8 points, shooting 2 here. Big free throw is good. Down to a 1-possession lead. Jontra Anderson back in the ball game for Big Red. With 1 minute left to go here, Kate Ramirez can draw it within 1. Currently a 3-point lead, and she does. She gets the shooter's roll as she drips it over the front of the rim. 47-45, Pampa in front. Burleson gets the long entry pass into the front court. Anderson comes up to pick her up. Davis having a huge game. Has the ball trapped on the right side wing, and we'll have a timeout called from Coach Chafin. Welcome back, everybody. Bill Bob Thresh, Ranger Gym. We've got a good one here for you in District 1 4A girls play. Rangerettes trail Pampa by a deuce. Pampa the lead in the ball, 47-45. Terrell having difficulty bringing it inbounds. And we'll have a timeout called by Coach McKethan, as he was saying that Terrell traveled with the basketball, supposedly trying to be spotted up on the sideline for the inbound. Inbound play comes to Roden. Into the front court, draws the double team. Terrell on the right side wing. Back to Roden, 38 on the clock. Carita at the timeline. As Mosley there bumps heads with her, and Mosley will be called for the foul. Clarita will go to the line to shoot a 2-point. Not sure about that. Let's see, yes, she'll have a 1-and-1 coming up here, as it appears that is the 8th team foul on both teams now. Ayala Clarita will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, up by 2. It's possible to take it to a 2-possession lead. First one is in and out, no good. Ramirez hands on the rebound but loses the handle. Mosley picks it up in the backcourt, down by 2 in the ball. 30 on the clock. Mosley into the front court, inside the paint. Outlets over to Alexis Hernandez in the ball game. Pulls up the dribble with 20 to go. And we'll have a timeout called by McKethan, Coach McKethan for the Rangerettes. And it will be a 60-second timeout. Perryton has the ball but is down by 2. Come back in a minute on 98.3 KXDJ. Perryton with the basketball on a sideline play coming here in front of Coach Will McKethan and his bench. He brings the gals out and looks at what the defense provides him and then says, you know what? I got another minute timeout in my back pocket. I think I'll take it right now. We're back in 30 with the play to tie the ball game or go ahead for the Rangerettes on your home for Rangerette and Ranger Sports, 98.3 KXDJ. We'd like to thank our Booster Club for their sponsorship of this ball game and all the KXDJ broadcasts, remotes, Schilling Electric, Williams Plumbing, Interstate Bank, the Hansford County Vet Hospital, Adobe Walls Gin, and the Perryton Golf Club, as well as the Childers Seaward Clinic. Thank you for your support. Inbound play coming up here. Vela to Mosley. 18 on the clock. Down by 2 in the ball. Mosley to the right side. Over the top of the defense to Vela. Looks at the baseline. Little dump pass over to Hernandez. Still has the dribble. 7 on the clock. Mosley inside the paint. Spins. Has the ball tipped up. Ramirez drives the baseline. No good. And that's the ball game. No foul. No call. Pampa steals one here on Perryton's home floor and wins it 47-45. Oh my. Perryton couldn't get the shot up at the end of the ball game, and Coach Kim Chafin and her gals even up the standings in the second place spot in District 1 4A with a 47-45 victory here tonight. Coach McKethan's got to believe that that one got away, despite the Rangerettes shooting 7 for 8 in the second half from the charity stripe. That's 19 of 28 as they close the gap a little bit. Pampa, despite getting to the free throw line, but 6 times in the ball game, improved their percentage to 3 of 6 and won the game by 2. What a ball game.